Well, hey there, I'm Teenie Crochets and welcome to my channel. If you've been around for a while, you'll know that we've been making our way through the Justice League characters, and today is the day that we do the final one, which is Aquaman. So for a link to the written pattern and any of the items that you'll need to make Aquaman, don't forget to check the description box below. And for a link to the written patterns to all of the Justice League guys, don't forget to check below. And other than that, get your crochet hooks at the ready and let's get going.
Cookie, let's get going. So with this yellow DK yarn, I'm going to do a slip knot onto my hook, which is a 3.5mm hook, and then I'm going to chain 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Now into the second chain from hook, I'm going to do 1 single crochet. And now I'm going to do a single crochet into each of the next 3 stitches. So you're 1, 2 and 3. And into the last chain of this round, I'm going to do 3 single crochets all into that 1 chain space. 1, 2 and 3. Now rotating our work, so we're going to be working along the back side of the stitches we've just made. So the opposite side of the stitches of the foundation chain. And I'm going to do 3 single crochets. So 1, 2 and 3. And now into the last chain of this row, or the first chain of the previous row, I'm going to do 2 single crochets. So 1 and 2. So we now have 12 single crochets working in the round. For our next row or round, we're going to increase to 18 stitches. So to do that, into our first stitch, because we're working in the round, I'm going to do 2 single crochets into this very first stitch. 1 and 2. And now I'm going to do 1 single crochet into each of the next 3 stitches. 1, 2 and 3. And into each of the next 3 stitches, I'm going to do 2 single crochets into each of them. So 2 single crochets into the next 3 stitches. 1 and 2 into the first stitch. 1 and 2 into the second stitch. 1 and 2 into the third stitch. Now I'm going to do 1 single crochet into each of the next 3 stitches. So 1, 2 and 3. And into the last 2 stitches of this round, I'm going to do 2 single crochets into both of the stitches. So 1, 2 into the first stitch, 3 and 4 into the second stitch. So we now have 18 single crochets working in the round. For the next row, we're going to single crochet around all these 18 stitches, but we're only going to use the back loop of each stitch. So every stitch has 2 legs, it has a front and a back leg. We're only going to insert our hook under the back leg of each stitch. So we're going to do 18 single crochets in the back loop only. And after that back loop only stitch, I'm going to do another round of 18 single crochets, but I'm going to go through both of the loops this time. So through both of the loops of each stitch, and we're going to single crochet 18 again, so 18 single crochets. 2, for our next row, we're going to decrease now, and we're going to decrease from 18 stitches to 14. To do that, we're going to single crochet into the first 5 stitches. So 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. And now we're going to single crochet 2 stitches together, and we're going to do that 4 times. So we're going to decrease 4 times. So to decrease, I'm going to take my hook and insert it underneath the front loop only of the first stitch. I'm then going to take my hook and go straight under the front loop only of the second stitch. So there are 3 loops on my hook. I'm then going to yarn over, pull through 2 loops. So there are 2 loops on my hook remaining. Yarn over and pull through both of these loops. So I have just single crocheted 2 stitches together, and we need to do that 3 more times. So that was 1 decrease. Let's do the second decrease. Doesn't want to happen. There we go. And then our third decrease. And finally our 4th decrease. So we've single crocheted 2 stitches together 4 times, and to finish this row I'm going to single crochet 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. We're going to do another decrease round now, so we're going to decrease from 14 stitches to 12. So again, we're going to begin with a single crochet 5. So single crochet into the first 5 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. And now we're going to single crochet 2 stitches together twice. So only twice this time. So single crochet 2 together once, and single crochet 2 together twice. And then to finish this round, I'm going to single crochet the last 5 stitches. So 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So we now have 12 stitches, and I'm going to we now have 12 stitches, and I'm going to single crochet around these 12 stitches for 11 rows. So if you have trouble keeping count, I'd use the clip stitch marker here, and if not, you're just going to count 11 rows from this point. And I'll meet you back here when I'm done. And once you've finished your 11th round of yellow, I'm going to do a slip stitch to join, and then you can cut your yellow yarn. And now it's time to add our green. So let's make this a bit, there we go. So now with my green DK yarn, I'm going to do a slip knot onto my hook, and then at the back of the boot I'm going to insert my hook into any of the stitches, yarn over to pull up a loop. So there are 2 loops on the hook, and then I'm going to yarn over and pull through both of these loops. So I have attached the new colour whilst doing the first single crochet. And next we're going to do 8 rounds of single crochet in green. So 8 rounds in green. Now after my 8 rounds of green, I'm going to pull a loop up so that I can keep my place, and I'm going to stuff the leg with polyfill. Okay, so that will do for now. And before we go any further and we join the 2 legs together, I'm just going to make a cuff for the top of the boot. So back with the yellow yarn. Oop. If I find the end, there we go. I'm going to chain 15. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 and 15. Now in the second chain from hook, I'm going to do 1 single crochet, and then I'm going to do a single crochet in all of the chains across. So at the end of this row we'll have 14 single crochets. And after our last single crochet, I'm going to chain 1, turn the work, and I'm going to single crochet back across these 14 stitches. There we go, and at the end of that row I'm going to chain 1 to fasten off, and then I'm going to cut the yarn. Then I can find my embroidery needle, thread the yarn tail onto it, and around the colour change of his leg I'm going to sew this cuff into place. It just makes everything look a little bit more neater. And it will act like the top of his boot. Once you've sewn it together, we're going to weave in these ends. I do that by sewing the yarn tail in and out of the work a couple of times. So I'll do that with the tail on my needle and the beginning tail. And then I can cut the tails off. Now we're ready to join the two legs together. So if you haven't already, you need to make two legs, obviously, and with the second leg you want to keep it attached to the working yarn, to the green yarn, because we'll use that to attach the two legs together. So if you've seen a couple of my videos already, you'll understand what I'm talking about. But we're going to insert our hook back into our stitch and tighten it again. And we're going to attach the legs together with the toes facing forward like this. So I need to do a couple of stitches to bring my working yarn to the left hand side of this leg so that I can create a join between the two legs. So for me it will be about 3 extra stitches. So let's have a look. So 1, 2 and 3. Check if that's at the side. In this case I'm going to do an extra one. So it was 4 stitches for me to get to where I want to be to attach the two legs. And then I'm loosely going to chain 1. Then I can pick up my other leg and I'm going to slip stitch into the right hand side, any of the stitches on the right hand side of this leg. There we go, and I've joined these two legs together with a chain 1. So now I'm going to continue to single crochet around 11 stitches on this leg. We've slip stitched into one of them, so we're not going to use that as a stitch anymore, which leaves 11 remaining working stitches. So I'm going to single crochet 11 around this leg. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 and 11. And now I'm going to single crochet into 1/2 or one side of the chain 1 that we made. So I'm going to insert my hook into only 1/2 of that chain 1 and do a single crochet. And now I'm going to single crochet around 11 stitches on the opposite leg. So we chained 1 from one of the stitches, so we're not including that as a working stitch anymore, which leaves 11 stitches remaining on this leg. So we're going to single crochet around 11 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, get some yarn, and 11. And now I'm going to single crochet into the opposite side of that chain 1 space. And if I tuck these tails away, the two legs are now joined. So we currently have 24 stitches. We have 11 stitches around each leg, which is 22, and then we have a chain 1 space and we single crocheted into either side of it, and that made 24 stitches. So now I'm going to single crochet around these 24 stitches for 4 rows. So single crochet 24 stitches 4 times. After your 4 rounds of single crochet, we're going to do a decrease round, and we're going to decrease to 20 stitches from 24. So we're going to single crochet into 4 stitches, and then we're going to single crochet 2 stitches together, and we're going to do that 4 times. So single crochet for 1, 2, 3 and 4, and then we're going to single crochet 2 stitches together for 5. Single crochet 6, 7, 8, 9, and then single crochet 2 stitches together for stitch number 10. Single crochet 11, 12, 13, 14, and then decrease for number 15. Single crochet 16, 17, 18, 19, and decrease for 20. So now I'm going to do a slip stitch to join, and then chain 1 to fasten off, and I can cut my yarn. And now I am going to bring in my pink yarn, and with a slip knot I'm going to attach it to my hook. I'm going to insert my hook into any of the stitches at the back of my work, yarn over to pull through, and then finish as a single crochet. And now I'm going to do 2 rounds of single crochet in this pink colour. So I'm going to single crochet around these 20 stitches for 2 rows. And after 2 rows of single crochet around in pink, we're going to do an increase round, and we're going to increase our stitch count back to 24. So to do that, we are going to single crochet into 4 stitches, then we're going to do 2 single crochets into the following stitch 4 times. So single crochet for 1, 2, 3, and 3 again, 3 and 4. And into the next stitch, we're going to increase by doing 2 stitches for 5 and 6. Single crochet 7, 8, 9, and 10. Increase in the next stitch for 11 and 12. Single crochet 13, 14, 15, and 16. Increase in the next stitch for 17 and 18. Then single crochet 19 and 20, 21, 22, and increase in the next stitch for 23 and 24. So we now have 24 stitches again, and for 1 row, so for 1 round, I'm going to single crochet around these 24 stitches. So just 1 round of single crochet. For our next row, we're going to increase from 24 stitches to 30. To do that, we're going to single crochet into 3 stitches, and then we're going to do 2 single crochets into the following stitch, and we're going to do that 6 times. So single crochet for 1, 2, and 3. Increase in the next stitch for 4 and 5. Single crochet 6, 7, 8, increase in the next stitch for 9 and 10. Single crochet 11, 12 and 13, increase in the next stitch for 14 and 15. Single crochet 16, 17 and 18, increase in the next stitch for 19 and 20. Single crochet for 21, 22, 23, increase in the next stitch for 24 and 25, then single crochet 26, 27, 28, and increase in the last stitch for 29 and 30. So I am now going to single crochet around these 30 stitches for one round. For my next round, I'm going to increase to 36 stitches. So to do that, I'm going to single crochet into 4 stitches, and then I'm going to do 2 single crochets into the following stitch 6 times. So let's single crochet for 1 and 2, 3, untangle my yarn, 3 and 4, and then increase in the next stitch for 5 and 6. Single crochet for 7, 8, 9 and 10. Increase in the next stitch for 11 and 12. Single crochet 13, 14, 15 and 16. Increase in the next stitch for 17 and 18. Single crochet 19, 20, 21, 22, and increase in the next stitch for 23 and 24. Single crochet 25, 26, 27, 28, increase in the next stitch for 29 and 30, and then single crochet 31, 32, 33, and increase, 33, 34, and increase in the last stitch for 35 and 36. So we're now going to single crochet around these 36 stitches for 4 rows. So 4 rows of single crochet around. I shall meet you back here shortly.